Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just so good guys. Whoa.
Mazel Morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. We are sitting here with Hailey Sachs, her new book coming out, Future Rich Person. I know, you're feeling stressed. The money, it comes in, it goes out. You're not saving. Listen to Hailey. Thank you for being here.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm the biggest fan.
Hailey, you're wonderful, really. And like, I've seen you TikTok here and Instagram there. We just had a nice 10 minutes. What a lovely woman, okay? Lovely woman. Let me tell you, I historically have been the worst saver in the world. The worst saver in the world. My wife and I are polar opposite people. I'm lucky that I make a good enough living that it counteracts my horrific spending habits. But let me tell you, I go to dinner. This just happened to me, which is why I'm bringing it up. I went to dinner, me, Claudia, and a couple. They're definitely billionaires. They have so much money. And ask me why I paid for dinner. Ask me why I paid for dinner.
You're a macher.
No, I'm not. I don't know
How
what
much
it is.
was the bill? How much was the bill? Say it. Be garish.
$1,200. $1,200. But I didn't even know. It wouldn't have mattered. If it was 10 grand, my card was, I went to Polo Bar.
Okay.
I went to Polo Bar.
Yeah, I mean, but I think it also is like the energy of it. You know what I mean? Like you're at Polo Bar. But so what else do you overspend on?
I pick up every dinner for everyone ever. Ever.
You're very generous.
Yes, but when does generosity cross over into financial, idiocy?
Crossing the mashuga.
Like, is this a good place to start? I think this is a good place to start.
I think first of all, we appreciate your transparency.
Yes.
And I think Josh and I can both agree that we would like to go to Polo Bar with you sort of before you make this switch, because, then we can sort of ride the wave.
You can reap the benefits.
Yeah. And
Except when you go, Ben is going to be like, it's horse themed. And you're going to be like, yes, Ben, we know.
Do you like to give like a history lesson while you're there?
No, you just can't get over that. Obviously, it's equestrian themed at Polo Bar, which is so true. It's like that. Like of course, it's the theme. That's the theme of the brand.
When you go there, do you sort of dress for that?
No. I always think to myself, I should wear a nice tweed blazer, and then I remind myself that I'm just like not that guy. I'm not a tweed blazer guy. I'll bring up. I'll send you guys a photo later of the one time I went to like a horse race and I wore this hat. I'm just like way too Jewish to be in that environment. Okay. Like it just doesn't work.
It's true.
Like I can't be something that I'm not.
It's true. You're not passing. Well,
no, I'm not passing.
When you were growing up, how was money in your household? Like were people did your mom or your dad, did you sort of like think about generosity with wealth as like what it meant to have money?
My parents worked really, really hard. My dad was always very, very generous, very generous, even when it wasn't, not that he couldn't, he was always overly generous. I'll say that.
So your money, and you should think about this because you guys are raising kids. And I talk about this in the book in Future Rich Person, but your money habits are set by the time you are 7 years old, your relationship to money. So how your parents acted, how, money functioned in your household, if you don't take the time to unpack it. And, that's why the first part of the book, I call it going to Ibiza, but you got to work on your money mindset because you sort of have to unpack that or you just function as this kid, as an adult. That's what's happening. Not to be a doctor.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, I'd much rather be the type of person that I am than the opposite.
Oh,
I know that maybe I have less money in my pocket, but I think I'm a more enjoyable person to be around. Like I hate a cheapskate.
Yeah.
I hate it. And there's nothing worse than a cheapskate with money.
Yeah.
You can totally miss me. If I know how much money you have, it means because you've told me, and then you're going to be fucking cheap. No, I can't be friends with somebody like that. Either I should have no idea how much money you have, and then you're more than welcome to be cheap or generous or whatever you want. But if I know you've got it and you're cheap,
that's the worst.
the worst.
The worst. I always wonder that with like Lauren Sanchez, like if you're her friend, like, is she like, let's go to the med spa? It's on me. Like Hermes, like who wants a Birkin? Like, it's like, she should.
I have to assume that it's like that.
But with rich friends, you have to offer within your means. I always talk about this. When Paige and I got married, the great John Stamos invited us on vacation for our honeymoon.
Cool.
And it was cool. It was a couple of days. And we were going with our wonderful friends, Glenn and Debbie, who happen to be very wealthy and the most philanthropic, amazing, like, have built wings of hospital. They're the greatest. And we were all sort of going under their sort of tarp.
Yes.
Okay. Like they were ushering us this beautiful trip to Cabo and private flying, the whole thing. Now, I can't match that, right? But what we could do was that Debbie mentioned that she had seen something in the gift shop, this beautiful throw that was like $600 or $700. And I was like, go get it now. Like, Paige, go buy, like that. Or like if we go out for a meal, like, of course we would try to, even if it was only a couple $100. But it's like, because I can't pick up the jet. Right.
You can't pick up the jet, but I also think that what you don't realize is that there's so much value in being the jester, like being
that's me. Doesn't that define me?
Yes, you know what I mean? Like, because it's like you could have all. I talk about this in the book too, where it's like, you know, it's very easy to have a lot of one thing, but it's a lot harder to have some of many things. And I think that it's like a lot of people just focus on getting money, and then they don't have relationships, they don't have friendships. Like there's like lonely billion Epstein, you know, it's like this is how we end up there. It's like, so you have to having friends who are of different income levels, because those are always the more fun people. That's really where it's at. So you're adding value.
But you have to make you have to do, what do you guys think?
You have to, so you don't think you're using them.
Otherwise, there's just no legitimate relationship, which is what you're talking about, Josh. Like if you want to build like an actual friendship, which is difficult, certainly with somebody just in a completely different stratosphere of money. Like if you want to be a legitimate
wealth gap
friend.
Relationships, let's talk about this. Do you think they're difficult?
Yeah, they're difficult because of what you just said, which has happened to me before. It's like I've been told that, as has Claudia, that we are the entertainment for this group.
Oh.
That has happened before. Like, and that's an impossible way to actually build a real friendship. And maybe you don't need to be real friends. Maybe it can be a business working relationship. You can still have fun. But in order to build a real friendship, I don't think you can feel like a jester. To what you just said. I think you can still be the funny friend, but if you're very aware that the reason they're keeping you around is for entertainment, it feels very transactional in a totally different way. And then that's just not a friendship, in my opinion.
But there's always I feel like, you know, there's always some sort of trade-off regardless, you know? But I do think that people do get really confused with only being friends with people of their tax bracket. And then they're like, oh yeah, like we go to the same place for vacation, or they like to go to the same Pilates, or they can afford to like go get matcha and their nails done. And it's like, you miss out on so many good friendships. So you do have to, you know, and I think the same thing with dating. I date guys who have less money than me all the time.
Yeah.
Well, punching up is really boring.
Yeah. I also think that like the richer guys sort of want trad wives. And I'm like, that ain't me. You know? And I get it. I'm like, okay, cool. Like get a woman to like run your whole life. But like I'm never going to be able to do that.
Are men threatened because you have more money than them? When assuming that you've gotten past, you know, you're doing the first, second, third date, do you find that as a bit of a sticking point because men are so weak and hollow?
They're so weak and hollow. And not the good guys.
Yeah.
I think that it's not, I think it's more like, it's more on the table. Like for most relationships, you talk about money when you get to big road bumps. So like we're going to move in together, or we're getting a dog, or we're getting married. And then that becomes the impetus to have that conversation. But I think that when you're dating someone who's a financial expert, it's like more on the table earlier. Right. But I really believe in like chivalry and in men paying. So even if I have more money than you, I still expect you to pay for dates and like, you know what like all of that stuff. But then if I got to the point with someone where like we were buying a house or whatever, I would probably pay more for it, you know? But because I believe in things that being fair, not equal.
Yes.
Like $100 to me might be very different than $100 to you. So if I'm like, that's not fair.
Right.
You know, so but if $50 to me feels like $100 to you, then that's how, you know, we should split things.
Like I remember when I met my wife, she was 20, I was 24.
Whoa.
But I had like, you know, thankfully had saved up some bread, not much, you know, no residuals on good old Drake and Josh, but we had, you know, I had some dough luckily. And I remember, I think we were dating like 2 or 3 months, and she got us like 2 nights with her best friend and her boyfriend, 2 nights in like Palm Desert at this like cute, like not like crazy resort, but like lovely.
Yeah.
And it was like, I knew that money like meant a lot to her because she was like working her ass off at this like little like online retail place. And I was like, this means so much. And like I could have paid for 50 dinners after that. Remembering that she, you know, treated us to this vacation.
Yeah. That's so nice.
Fair, not equal.
And then did you have to be the jester?
Yeah, well, welcome to my relationship. Hello, I'm the king and the jester. I pay and then I entertain. It's super fair.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Built Rewards. Folks, we can all agree that housing is expensive, whether you're renting, whether you have a mortgage. It doesn't matter which one you're paying, it still stings every single month. But Built can make it feel a little bit better. Let me explain. And by the way, if you don't know Built by now, what are you, nuts? Built started out rewarding members on their rent. Now, as of 2026, Built members can also earn points on their mortgage payments wherever they live. Every housing payment earns you points you can use towards flights with top travel partners like United and Hyatt, Lyft rides, Amazon.com purchases, and so much more. Personally, I'd redeem my points for travel. It's always travel with me. If I can take a vacation for free just by paying my own rent or mortgage, that's what I'm doing, okay? Off to the Bahamas. I'll see you later. But here's what I think is the most underrated part. Built members also get access to a neighborhood concierge. They can make restaurant reservations, book fitness classes, find new local spots, all while being rewarded at more than 45,000 merchant partners. It's like having a personal assistant baked into where you live. It's simple. Being a renter and now owning a home is better with Built. So folks, join the membership for where you live at joinbuilt.com/goodguys. That's joinbuilt, joinbuilt.com/goodguys. Make sure to use our URL so they know we sent you. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Hero Bread. Folks, summer's not here yet. Where is it? Okay, I thought that we had seasons. It's freezing in New York. Freaking freezing. It's supposed to be spring. I can't wait for summer. That said, what's nice about this weather is we can still wear chunky sweaters. We don't have to worry about our health. That said, if you want to get a head start and you don't want to compromise anything, you're going to need to switch to Hero Bread. And if you haven't switched to Hero Bread already, I don't know what you're doing, because their breads taste exactly like the breads you know and love, made with way more sugar and way more calories. Hero Bread has tons of fiber, tons of protein, 0 to low net carbs. What are you doing? I'm telling you the texture is the same. I'm telling you that the flavor is the same. I'm telling you that they have tortillas. I'm telling you that they have buns. I'm telling you that they have limited edition drops, like croissants, like pretzel breads. Like, you literally never know. That's a great slogan for you guys. Hero.co. You never know. You're going to go on there and they're going to have a new limited edition drop. And I'm telling you, they're nutritious. You do not need to feel guilty at all. These aren't cheat meals. It's like rewiring our brain. I can have a sandwich because if it's Hero Bread, the bread's good for me. The protein's good for me. Okay, maybe you don't have to go full fat mayonnaise. Kidding, you fell into a trap. Of course you do. You're never going light mayonnaise. It's about balance, okay? Full fat mayonnaise and Hero Bread, that's called balance, folks. That is called balance. Nutritious, the taste and texture is the same. And I mentioned the product range, but it cannot be overstated that they have things like new Hero noodles, which are high fiber, have 12 grams of protein and just 80 calories per serving, or the 3-gram net carb Hero Pan au Chocolat. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You'd never know that they were 0 to 5 grams of net carbs and 11 to 32 grams of fiber from the texture. No compromises, just flavor. Folks, Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order if you go to hero.co and use code GUYS at checkout. That's GUYS at hero.co, hero.co.
Okay, so Ben has shared his financial sort of beginnings. Mine are different. I come from like a huge scarcity place because I had like a single mom. No, I mean, we vacillated from like lower middle class to very lower class to broke and then back.
Okay.
Because she was in sales. So like sometimes she'd have a great year and we were like, I was getting Nintendo 64 games and fucking crushing it with some Jordans.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I like had to call grandma and be like, Grandma, she goes, oh no, we need some money. But now I've been critiqued on this before, and my wife will say it in a loving way, but like I'm far from cheap, but I can be like scared and like miserly.
Yeah.
Like I can get too obsessed with like the unimportant things. And so what do we think about that?
Well, I think that it's definitely from your childhood, of course. Like you always feel like the floor is going to like come out from below you.
Yeah.
And what you said is really interesting. And that's one of the terms that I coin in my book is financial energy. Because people, we all have finite amounts of energy every day that we can put towards things. I mean, I personally wake up every day and I'm like, I'm going to run a marathon. I'm donating to charity. Like I'm like starting a new hedge fund. Like, and then by 4 p.m. I'm like, where's a cookie? Where's a bong? Like, let's freaking go, like taking a nap. Like, it's like, it runs out fast.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with your finances where it's like, you might, read a finance book and be like, oh my God, like I'm going to do everything. And like, I'm going to be perfect with my finances. And then like, 4 days later, you forgot. It's like a diet. You start strong and then it can go quickly downhill.
We can't relate.
We can't really. I know you guys are naturally thin, so I can't.
We are.
Sorry.
Been 145 my whole life.
Yeah, same. But yeah, financial energy is like putting your energy when you have that burst towards the things that will actually move the needle. So it's not like couponing or worrying about the avocado toast or the oat milk latte. It's like, hey, when was the last time that you compared rates on your car insurance? Because that actually saves people on average $500 to $1,000 a year.
Right.
Hey, when was the last time that you negotiated your salary? Hey, when was the last time that you like thought about what skills you have? Oh, you're so scared of AI. What about taking a course on AI? Like, you know what I mean? Like we get so scared about the little things, but you should focus on the things that will actually move the needle and bring you more wealth or cut down expenses in a more radical way.
I love doing it with the cable bill.
I like these because they're real things. The cable bill is a real thing.
You ever
I feel
call
like people
them, Ben? You ever call like Spectrum or
course.
Time Warner, whoever, and you go, I'm leaving. And they go, okay, what if we cut your bill in half?
Yeah.
And you go, I'm still leaving. And they go, how about $2 a month? I'm like, it could be $2.
Yes.
Like,
I know.
I can.
Yeah.
But that's good financial
crazy.
energy, spending it to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys are always
I feel
driving,
like people
you're doing the car.
love to say, like, not to like call out a Kevin O'Leary, but he loves to say like, stop getting Starbucks. Like, no, people deserve to have their fucking morning coffee 100%. If they want it. Like what you're saying, though, are real things that people just don't think about.
Yeah.
Like another thing that people don't think about, which Brian Kelly makes sure that people do think about, that there are people who are loyalists to an airline and loyal to a specific airport that they won't even check somewhere else.
No, my friend Anna Laura, literally United in Newark. And I'm like, girl.
And it's just like, do you know that maybe you're spending an extra $700 or maybe there's a better time in New York? I know we have the real blessing of having multiple airports, but still try checking another airline. Try checking another time. Mm-hmm. Try checking an airport 45 minutes away. You think it's $1,000 for round trip? It might be $200. So it's just like thinking like things like you're saying, thinking a little outside the box as to how you could just shave costs every day. I don't like when people say, though, don't get your coffee. Don't go out to eat, cook every meal. It's like you should have fun, but it's like there are ways to save money without that.
Well, I think like for me, what kept me from taking control of my finances for so long was because I was impacted by advice like the Kevin O'Leary, or like for women, it's always like, you have to like be meal prepping and there's no more manicures for you.
Susie Orman.
Shout out. Shame on you. No designer bags. And I'm like, no, like I obviously don't want to care about my finances because it means my life is going to suck. And so I'd rather ignore them because then I can, even though I'm like, got the wool over my eyes, I'm still able to, live in a fun way. But that's why I started Mrs. Dow Jones, was because I was like, no, let's make it aspirational to grow wealth. Like it doesn't have to, it's aspirational to spend money, but let's actually make it aspirational to be good with money too. So your life doesn't have to suck. You can have anything, but not everything. So it's like, are you just about figuring out where you want to maximize and then, making sure that you're being smart about those bigger decisions.
Do you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Do I watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Of course I watch it.
That's what she aspires to.
Okay.
That's what I
okay.
aspire
So,
to.
Yeah,
so
we're going on.
this Amanda, I forget Amanda's last name. What's her last name?
Knox.
Knox. Okay. This
Different one.
Amanda Knox.
Different Amanda.
Do you know?
Fine.
Do you know Amanda?
I've not met her.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like,
woman,
she's not a
Josh,
real financial expert. Like,
No.
what?
And
Has she ever been on
she is
CNN?
not.
Yeah.
She is. I literally
What?
watch this show
She's
and
a
I hear her.
charlatan.
She loves to say that it's manifesting money. It's like, I hear her, I'm like, are you fucking nuts? Anybody that's buying this book and manifesting their money, they should listen to you.
Thank you.
Like, I just wanted to know your opinions on what feels like a snake oil salesman in this Amanda pushing that the best way to grow your wealth is manifesting.
My biggest issue with her is that she also tells you to spend money that you don't have. What fight?
Yeah.
She's like, so you feel rich. I'm like, cool. So you're a financial expert who's telling people to get into debt, to spend over their means. Like, no, like, I don't think that I would feel rich if I like went to Louis Vuitton and got something and then like was more in the red. Like, what good does that do? So I always think about like, because we're obviously so affected by marketing.
Yeah.
Now, like, we're seeing, debt levels climb so much. Record highs for Gen Z and millennials. And so much of it is, I think, from how spending has become so frictionless. Like, you could be like, on your couch, half asleep and do Apple Pay, like Apple be paying and buy like something that's $3,000.
And these companies like Affirm, you could fucking spend, I can put this $10,000 Tempur-Pedic over 15 years. I'm in. The people are fucking doing that. They're going on luxury websites and they're buying handbags and taking 5 years to pay them off.
And by the way, you should
thing.
never take a loan out for something that's not going up in value.
Oh, yeah.
But also, like, the one thing I'll push back on slightly, and I know you guys aren't exactly saying this, but it's like, I didn't use DoorDash delivery, like any delivery food services, if I could help it for years, right? Because I was like, I'll pick it up. It's $25, right? And granted, you're burning time, right? So you have to decide what's more important, right? Your time or this $25 surcharge. But I see so many people our age and younger, these convenience charges that they think nothing of. And similar to like the Starbucks of it all, though, like those are the things that I think, those little $10 and $20 nothing things. But it's like, yeah, but you're doing 30 or 40 of those a month. And then suddenly they stack up, right?
100%. And you're buying just subscriptions. You're not actually owning anything.
Right.
No, that's such a good point. I think that's, I more meant like, if you really, like for me, I don't really care about getting a coffee. Like I get so affected by caffeine. Like I can have I'll get it for the vibes. And then it's like I'm having 3 sips and I'm out because like something bad will happen.
But if you love a latte, enjoy it. Buy it.
You are like,
don't make it at home. It sucks.
What you're saying, Josh, which is very real, is the amount of money that I spend on Instacart fees is a huge problem. The amount of money that I spend on Uber Eats fees, like that stuff, that definitely adds up for somebody who Instacarts all the time. Like I will look at, okay, I don't have the time to do it, but Ruby needs a teether. I'll get a $13 teether at CVS that ended up costing me $25.
Yeah, that adds up for sure. But you also have to put a price on your time.
Yeah.
Like if you're going because you're being lazy, if you're not going because you're being lazy, that's one thing. But if you're not like for me, I have someone who cleans my house and does my laundry. And I have an assistant. And so it's like, and I have someone who helps me with my dog. Like these are all things where it's like, yeah, I walk my dog at night and in the morning, but during the day I'm in meetings all day. I don't have time to do that. So I'm making money. I'm making more money than it costs to walk him, or like that more money than it would, like the value of my time is more than what I'm paying to outsource it. But the convenience charges are crazy and you really have to watch out for them.
What you're talking about though is not impulse driven. What Josh is talking about and what I'm talking about are impulse-driven decisions that I think are killing people, like quietly killing people.
Do you think that you're doing it from a place of emotional regulation? Like when you do that for Ruby, is it because like you're stressed? You feel like, I'm a new dad. This is crazy. Like, okay, like I deserve to do this?
I'm doing it because I don't have time to go to CVS for sure. But I'm saying the average person, if they just at night, when their day has completely settled down, thought to themselves, what could I need tomorrow? And then went on Amazon and ordered these things ahead of time, at least on that side. The food thing, you could also prepare your food or set apart time, as Josh said, to place the Uber Eats order and go and pick it up. Like, if you did that, it's a very small thing. Instead of having somebody deliver, you really do probably save, I don't know, depending on how much you order in, at least $100 a week.
That's why I really talk out in the book that you have to have a money date every month where you look through how you're spending, because most people don't. They just go on vibes. I know we're not allowed to talk about numbers, but like if I was to ask you, and you don't have to answer, like, okay, do you know, without adding any extras in, how much your life costs every month, bare bones? Do you have that number?
General.
Do you have that number, Ben?
Ballpark.
No, I just know that it's a lot, and
I know.
But most people don't know.
I guess ballpark, but I don't know for sure.
So what I'm saying is you could have a time every month where you sit down, you do it with your wife, and have a money date where you then are looking through your expenses and seeing how you're spending. And it's not about, I know you are probably thinking, great, I get to cut back, because it's like,
I love it. I go, roll up your sleeves, babe. Done.
You're like, ooh, like, let's move into a tent or something.
Like, can we find a cheaper pediatrician?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Let's move into a tent.
But more looking and to see like what spending habits do you have? Like, is it the sort of thing where you're looking and you're seeing, okay, so many of these are impulse driven. Could I do a bulk order of these teething toys? Because that's what's always like getting me with the Instacart fees, and then, planning for that for the next month. But I also always find like subscriptions that I need to cancel, which, by the way, guys, if you get charged for a subscription, just call them or email them. Like, even if it charged you last week, if you just like, it's all of this stuff is negotiable. Like, we get so concerned that like, oh my God, it's like, oh, we're in trouble with the law. You're not. Like, you can just tell the company, but it's just, you need a time to review your finances. It's so important because money's a relationship. And if you were, you've been with your wife for so many years, if you guys never went on dates or like talk to each other, it wouldn't be a good relationship.
Sure.
Yeah. Most people don't have that with their money.
I mean, even more so, I have a friend who does like quarterly, goes to see a marriage counselor quarterly, because he says, and this is his theory, but I think it's pretty smart. He goes, look, in the eyes of California, all my wife and I did was incorporate. Like, we started a business.
Yeah.
Like, getting a marriage is just starting a business in California. He goes, and so us having these quarterly check-ins with a marriage counselor is like us having a board meeting.
Yeah.
And going, for the business of the so-and-so family, what are our goals? What do we want to work on? What do we want to make better? I was like, that's pretty good. I won't do it. But I was like, that's pretty good.
That's so smart. I love that.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Yeah. I can't. I don't want to bring it up with my wife.
I don't want to bring it up either, but it's the same exact way that I feel about once a month looking at I don't want to look at anything. Like, I guess because I pay quarterly taxes, so I know how much I need to save. I put 50% aside every check. It just stays there. And that's the way that I live my life. Like, I don't.
And you spend the rest on
wanna,
billionaire dinners.
Yes, exactly. I don't want to look at I don't want to do a debrief. That doesn't sound
I want to do a
fun.
debrief of your finances, because I guarantee if you gave me 15 minutes, I could save you probably $400 to $1,000, just because I know, I'm sorry, babe, but you've got it written all over you. You are definitely paying for subscriptions that you forgot about. He's got Paramount Pluses and other area codes. Yeah,
you got
I do know that I have two Canvas.
He's got two Peacocks.
He needs it. Claudia needs to be up on the shows.
I have two Canvas. That I know for sure. Because
I might even three. I'm sure you got Adobe. You don't even know how to use Adobe.
Yeah, I might have some. I have some subscriptions. I do. I shed a bunch of them. My wife is like the most financially literate person in the entire world.
I need to talk to her.
Nobody spends her money more carefully than Claudia. She's so smart. So smart. So she'll randomly say to me, hey, like if you go into Apple and you go to settings, you should really just like check and make sure that you're not subscribed to these things. So she like keeps an eye on me.
She keeps you on the straight and narrow.
She does. Otherwise, yeah, I would have multiple HBO Max accounts, multiple Netflix accounts, because I've signed. Oh, I don't know the login? Let's just sign up again. I've had that before. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Xyzal. Folks, you know Xyzal. You know that over-the-counter medicine with the cute little owl that helps you relieve allergies for 24 hours. Folks, Xyzal Allergy 24-hour relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake up refreshed for a productive next day. There's nothing worse than having allergy flare-ups, okay? But taking Xyzal at night so you can get symptom relief and wake up feeling refreshed is the future. Xyzal starts working in as little as 45 minutes and is clinically proven to relieve allergy symptoms for 24 hours. Xyzal relieves allergy symptoms including sneezing, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, and itchy nose and throat for 24 hours. The itch is the worst. Oh my God, those itchy eyes, that itchy throat. Literally, my wife looking at me as I'm clearing my throat. She's like, why don't you take Xyzal? I'm like, I should. You're absolutely right. Plus, it provides 24-hour prescription strength relief from outdoor allergens such as pollen, ragweed, grass, and trees. I'm always around ragweed. You know, I need protection from ragweed, and so do you. Folks, Xyzal Allergy 24-hour relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake up feeling refreshed for a productive next day. There's nothing worse than having allergy flare-ups, okay? Folks, be Wisal. Take Xyzal at night. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Zenni. Folks, glasses are tough. You know, one day you love them. The next day they're scratched. The next day you're questioning, is this the right prescription for me? Maybe your glasses are falling down your face. Maybe you need to tighten the screws. I don't know. Maybe they're smudged. Mine are always smudged. Why are we putting these things off? Even in 2026, replacing glasses feels like a whole production. So most of us just live with it, including me. You've got to schedule an appointment, pay a fortune, then wait, then they come, you ordered the wrong thing, the wrong size. Zenni Optical fixes all of that because Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You heard that right, under $30. You go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter, no nothing, okay? And at that price, something kind of shifts. You stop asking, do I really need new glasses? And start asking, why wouldn't I just get them? Why wouldn't you get more than one pair? Under $30, you're not agonizing over one pair that has to do everything for the next 2 years. Get ones that work for you. Get the fun ones. Get the pairs that only match one outfit. At under $30, you don't have to justify it. With over 150,000 reviews, folks. 5 stars, okay? Because that's what we do. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? And I'm telling you, if you've never bought online glasses before, Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how your frame looks on your face before you commit. It works. It works. You get them. Get 6 of them. Under $30. If I told you for $180 you could have 6 pairs of glasses, you tell me, where do I sign up? The answer is you sign up at Zenni.com. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now is the time. Go to Zenni.com/goodguys and use code GoodGuys15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/goodguys. Promo code GoodGuys15.
So what are your, like, being on the dating scene in New York and being such a formidable, strong, powerful woman?
Yes.
What red flags do men give you where you go like, oh, you're going to not, like, if we are not financially aligned, we're not, like, just.
Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah, come on.
Bad tipper.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hate a bad tipper.
Hate a bad tipper. Yeah, like I think that anyone who, if someone invites you out, which like I'm pretty traditional in like courtships. Like I'm not gonna like go after a guy. Like it's like I want to be pursued just because I'm like, I feel like that's sort of human nature, you know? Like you give people hints that you like them, of course.
Peacocking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but
spread the feather.
yeah, but I'm not gonna be like, hey, like let's go on our first date like that. I don't think I would do that. Anyone who is not supportive of like career. Because obviously, like, I want to keep working. I, like, have built something I'm really passionate about and that makes a lot of money. And so I'm like I want to keep doing that. And so someone who's, like, you know, intimidated by that. I went on a date with this guy. He was an Indian prince. He was the freaking worst. Shoved his tongue down my throat, almost threw up. I cried after. I was like,
On
ew, I hate
your
him.
first kiss?
Ew, he was the worst. Yeah, it was the worst kiss of my life. And he still texts me like trying to network. I'm like, leave me alone.
But is he a part of the Anat Ambani family?
He was like adjacent, like that's what the wedding would have been.
I mean,
Which is sick.
worth it.
Yeah.
Suck it up.
Can we be in the wedding, me and Ben?
Yes.
I want an AP watch.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
But everyone got diamond bracelets. I know. And that is sort of the question you have to ask yourself. But it's the most expensive thing is to marry someone you don't like for money.
Oh, yeah.
I was at the Knicks, I was at the playoffs the other night, and there was this gorgeous girl, Miu Miu jeans, little tiny Hermes bag, model, the whole thing with the grossest guy. The grossest, oldest guy. And I was like,
maybe
you
he
know,
had a big heart. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's
he was a
funny.
sweetie pie.
he didn't
Maybe
seem
he
funny.
had
and I
maybe
was
he had a
like,
big hog. Maybe he
he's
was
got a big
packing.
hog. That's fair. I did
right?
see his dick. It was huge. But
Yeah.
But don't you think those two deserve each other?
yes,
For sure.
because she values the same
Definitely.
things that he does.
It's a transactional
Yeah,
thing.
transactional. But I guess I just am saying I don't want to be in a transactional relationship.
Totally.
Well, then I think you also need to be comfortable dating below, because I have
do.
to tell you, most of the guys above are not as fun.
Right?
Like the guy, like I much prefer to be friends, just from a friend's perspective,
Mhm.
with normal people.
Yeah.
Normal people are really fun. People that are like super rich and super extra, they're fun for like a minute. And then you realize that there's nothing real about them.
Yeah. That's,
Nothing. And so if you're thinking about like a long-term relationship,
Yeah.
somebody that you want to marry, you want a real person.
yeah, I want like someone
Like-
to be my kid's dad. Like it's like I'm gonna, you know, like that's what I'm solving for. Less than like, but that's why I think it's so. I'm the first. This is like one of the first generations of women where we really have the right to choose. Like women didn't have credit cards till 1974. You basically had to get married to have any sort of upward mobility.
That's so crazy.
It's so 1974. That's like recently.
Who was the first? Discover? Discover card gave women their rights, right?
Thank you,
Who?
Discover.
Yeah, shout out.
Love you guys. You did good work for us. Thank you. They helped us discover our
Yeah.
financial independence.
That's fun. That's a good campaign.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe they'll pick that up. But I think that it's such a privilege to be able to look not for money.
Yes.
Not that I could be with someone who didn't make money, but like just someone who has an impact. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. My sister is a colorectal surgeon, lesbian surgeon in Boston.
It's a lot of hemorrhoids.
It's a lot of hemorrhoids. Do you ever get, Did you
no,
need her
thank
number?
God. No, thank God. One ailment I don't have, but it was funny because our wonderful neighbors, one was a colorectal surgeon.
Oh, really?
And I remember being like, wow, you're a surgeon. That's so incredible. And he goes, it's a lot of hemorrhoids.
Yes.
I was like, Vicky.
Yeah, I'm like, why did we have to choose that
Yuck.
one? Like, you couldn't have done plastics.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I could have really benefited from that.
They
But-
don't have one of those on the pit.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah,
exactly.
they're not really showcasing them.
That's the spinoff, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But she's been in her training to be a colorectal surgeon for 15 years. She's now in her fellowship. She's almost 30. She's 37. They just had their first kid. But she's like not home. Like she's, working all the time towards this career. And her wife is amazing, but doesn't earn as much as her at
Sure.
all, but picks up everything in the house and like taking care of the kid while Olivia's working. So, you know what I mean? Like it's a partnership.
It's everything.
Yeah. And it's the same way like having friends who have less money than you, but who have like really great personalities or like, really cool points of view or whatever has value. Other things have value besides money.
Right.
Like I'd rather have a lot of many things than so much of one thing.
Yeah, I always talk about it with my wife. Like she works for sort of on an ad hoc, like one-off. She went to design school. So if someone needs help with a logo or some
Yeah.
interior design or a fashion thing, she's great, but she doesn't have the 9 to 5.
Mhm.
And with my work, like I could be like, babe, I got to go for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And just the balance, it wouldn't work if she
Mhm.
had something that was, or it would just be, we would have to have a lot more help.
Yeah.
And I think that would impact the kids.
Yeah.
So it's such a blessing.
Yeah.
And it's like and it feels totally equal that by me being able to bring home a source that keeps us sort of
Yeah. Going.
solvent, then she can do that.
Yeah.
And our kids benefit. But I do want to go back really quick and ask when you said date down. So you tell me, because you're a tall queen.
Yeah. I'm
And
tall. I'm like 5'11", but I wear heels. So it's like, I'm like about 6'5" today. Just kidding. Like 6'2".
Well, my sister-in-law is 6'1".
Okay.
They're all
She's single?
tall. Yeah.
Okay.
Volleyball
Wow.
playing,
Yeah, yeah.
amazing women. And we made some joke once about about how she would have never dated me. And I'm like, first of all, you're missing out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Because I'm 5'11"? I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, I'm like, you're nuts. I'm like, you're going for these 6'5" boys.
No.
It's like, they stink.
They do.
I'm like, I would have crawled right up and went for a smooch.
Yeah.
But she
Get on your ladder.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we like shorter
You
kings.
get Tom Cruise lifts.
Are we okay with a 5'9" guy who's got it all going on?
I
It's
think
tough.
5'9". When you start at 5'11", now it's like you're going to 5'4". That's
Well, you
tough.
said you're 5'11". So
I'm
going
like
for someone
5'11". On my hinge,
slightly-
it does say 5'10", but we all lie a little.
Sure.
I like my same height would be my favorite flavor.
Mm.
I also care about their bodies. Like if they're like I dated this guy who was so frail, and I was like no, like you can't be like so like that's too like as someone who's like so many weight issues, like no, like you can't be like more petite than me. That's not
a
it.
hardy boy.
Fair.
Nah, not fat, but like go to the gym,
Sure.
Or maybe a little fat. Like that's fine.
she
I'd
likes a
rather more
perfect-
meat than less.
She likes a perfect body.
Yeah,
Nothing-
just medium. No, but also
just-
like I really like eating, so it's like if someone is not passionate about food, you can that's important too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. I think as you get older though, that sort of goes away.
Mm.
We all start. I mean, it's actually amazing. You found your wife. Both of you found your wives when you were so young. Those were the days
Yeah.
where you really could just like dream big, And by the time you're 34 and you're single, you're like, oh, they've got a pulse. Oh well, I mean, they're not yet 5 feet, but they're nice.
Yeah, they're breathing.
Yeah, breathing is huge.
Yeah, I can't recommend finding your spouse early more.
But you were focused. How'd you have that focus? Like I was just being I didn't have that mentality.
I think that it takes the woman to have that mentality first and foremost. Claude had that mentality. We met and it was just like, it was very, very clear that, okay, like if we're dating, then I have to want to marry you.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'm not dating you. I'm not dating you. So I think she set the tone for sure. It's funny. I don't know if you talk about this in your book, but I think the number one way to build wealth is to get married early, because otherwise you're spending all of your time looking for a spouse and spending it trying to date and entertain and woo. And then all of a sudden, like me and Josh both are 10, 15 years ahead of everyone in that. Like if you don't get married until your mid 30s.
Yeah, it gave you so much stability.
Yeah. And it gave you immediately a person that's championing you towards collective goals.
I
not
love
somebody that is like competing with you or like, I think, I mean, that's super helpful. I can't even imagine fucking trying to date. Of course.
So
like,
hard now though, dating too as someone with like an online presence, because you're like you want someone to get to know you, but it's so easy to have a parasocial relationship with you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I feel like I'm almost evasive about it. How do you think that I should go about it?
How old are you? Am
I'm
I allowed to ask that
34.
question?
Yeah, you can ask. Yeah.
34.
I'm very open.
34. Okay. So me too. We're both 34, 92.
Yeah. 91.
Wow. We're old. You're not old. I'm old. You're not old.
Yeah, I don't think I'm old yet.
December?
July.
Great. Cancer. We love cancer.
Yeah, cancer is so important.
So say more about the parasocial part of it, because you think people find you online and they develop what they think you are, and then they meet you in person and it's a different thing?
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, maybe I need to I'm so proud of what I built, and I'm obsessed with being Mrs. Dow Jones. I want to do it forever, and it's like that's like a soulmate that I found early on was my career.
Yeah,
but now I'm looking, and I talk about this in the book where it's like you guys sort of are speaking to this as well, where who you marry, that's the biggest financial decision of your life, because 1 + 1 can really equal 3. And finding someone that you can communicate about money with, who you can have money dates with, who spends in a way that's, aligned with you. Like these are all so important to getting ahead, becoming a future rich person. But I think that for me in dating, when I'm early dating someone, it's like I'm early dating someone right now. And it's like, I feel like I'm being such a freak about my work, and like he's being normal about it, but I'm being like elusive and like sketchy. And like, I need to I'm like, do I get like a pen and paper and map out like, this is what I do? I don't know.
I think it reveals itself. I have a really corny saying when people sort of obsess on, oh, what should I text back? And, oh God, it's like, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person.
That's nice.
But you also can't say the right thing to the wrong person. So I think that it reveals itself over time. My wife and I was 24, she was 20. Like, I was like after 9 months of dating, like we broke up for a quick stint because I was like, we fight too much. It's over. And she's like, bet, see you in 6 months. And she sure did.
Yeah, she did.
But it was like, because I was only equipped with like the skills of a mid-20-something knucklehead dude. So I don't know what it is. I think it's really hard to push away the right person as long as it's not induced by alcoholism or like something like glaringly awful. But if it's just you, if it's like a little, you're going through a wonderful career moment and so you're not as available as maybe you be down the road, that's cute.
I also don't think that they want to hear about your career necessarily, though. Like, when I'm making a friend, that's the only way that I can compare this.
Yeah, okay,
I'm making a
let's do it.
friend. Okay? If that friend is just talking to me about work, I'm networking. And I'm now at a work dinner.
Yeah, you want to have fun with the person.
A real friend that you're meeting, like, think about when you were like actually in the zone of making friends. What were you, 16?
Yeah.
Is like you became friends on shared hobbies. You became friends because they made you laugh and they were funny, or their friend's dad was rich, or like, I don't know. Like, if the first date is, here's my LinkedIn, I think that sucks.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely.
I don't want to hear that personally.
No, I agree. I definitely don't do that. But then I'm like, at what point should they follow you? Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes like how I post is just so like, I feel like I have like 4 followers, but then I'm like, ooh, there's a lot more people here. But I like just posting whatever, sort of shit posting, because that's fun.
You're also a great close friends post.
Thank
and that's
you.
all I'll say.
Thank you.
I am very happy to be
Josh
one of
got
your
on there.
close
I'll put
friends.
you on there too, bud.
Shout out,
please.
because I'm
Yes.
like, this is fun.
It's
I'm like,
fun.
and if she made a mistake and this went on the main feed, it'd be over.
It'd be
No, I'm kidding.
over.
What about like I don't know if he's dating someone right now, not that we like need to like pick people, but like, is Jason Tartick dating someone now? Is he like a good person? Do you like a media, like a personality? He's the nicest guy and he's financially literate.
That seems like too much of the same, though. No,
but he also he had such an interesting road with his love life, because and I related to it, where he like got everything he wanted career-wise. He's like, I got these best-selling books, my podcast is doing great, everything's stable, but I just don't have that person. And then he met her, and now they like just bought a house together in Nashville.
wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
gone.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
out.
realize.
Yeah, he's
I
done.
didn't realize.
But that,
Okay.
I mean, I think that I could do, but maybe too similar.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
But do you think that there needs to be a rock and a star? Because like in your relationship, it's 2 stars. In your relationship, it sounds like it's rock and star.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that at least for me, we both met. I mean, Claudia's been a star since she's 0. Like, it's like in her personality to be a star. But in terms of when we met as at 20 and 18.
So
like
crazy.
just like literally like babies. Right. So I think that for you, I feel like it might be easier to go star and star. You just have to meet a great star.
Yeah.
But somebody that I think it's going to be really, really hard for you to be the full authentic version of you with the way that you post, but also have a regular guy who probably like passively shits on social media, is like, I'll never want an Instagram account.
Why is it a flex? I'm like,
it's because it's an either or.
Yeah.
Like with guys, it's an either or. Either you are like so proud of the fact that you don't even know what social media is,
Which, get over yourself.
Yeah.
100%.
So you're missing out on money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, you're allergic
it's that,
to
or it's the
AdSense?
polar opposite. Yeah. No, it's funny. People love that, and they're also always lying. It's like, oh, my sister's cousin loves you. It's like, you have no idea who I am, but you approach me on the street. Like, what are you even talking
crazy.
about?
Yeah, on Hinge, so many people will put like, don't mind if I never have Instagram, and I'm like, okay, pass.
By the way, like the most fun follows on social media are like that Idaho rancher, right? Like the random who isn't like, I love when people are like, I don't have cable or social media. I'm like, hun, you live on 34th and Park.
Yeah.
Like, who are you kidding?
Yeah.
Like, so you live in the most accessible, bustling city on earth, but like you're rejecting all versions of technology?
No, that couldn't be us. Couldn't be us.
So our What Are You Nuts moment of the week are our gripes with people, places, and things.
Love.
Both big and tall, whatever's sticking in your craw. Ben, you got one?
Yes, I do. And it's very apropos to our conversation today. I think it's nuts that we are expected to learn so much so early in life and then never encouraged to learn again. So Claudia and I recently started watching just the most unbelievable documentary on the founding of New York. It's a PBS documentary. It's called New York, the documentary, Rick Burns. This is 7 parts, 2 hours apiece. It's a monster, okay? I'm only on episode 2. The amount that I've learned, like, also another what are you nuts is the fact that we live in these states. We're taught American history, not the history of our own state, okay? That's another what are you nuts. But the fact that, like, I want to learn today. I want to go to school today. I don't want to go to school 5 years old to 22 years old every single day for 10 hours a day. I want to go to school for an hour a day my entire life, or 2 hours a day my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's a little nuts. Like how we expect people to change their minds, but they don't learn anything. They just like doom scroll, catch an opinion, and then complain about it forever. Like, no, go fucking learn something. What are you nuts?
What are you nuts?
My What Are You Nuts is recently I was on the TikTok and they were promoting the paid to promote feature. And it's this influencer going like, man, forever, all my videos were getting less than 100 views. But since I use paid to promote, I'm getting those thousands of views I've been looking for. I'm like, yeah, dog, you paid for it. Yeah, that's how that works. Do you have one?
I know. I'm like, okay.
Take your time.
Oh, can I? Let me look. I always
closing
keep
the Strait of Hormuz, so we all have to pay.
I was
Oh,
gonna say mine
about that.
Mine was like rather philosophical in
No, yours
nature.
is
Normally
good.
it's
I
like
think we're both jealous of yours.
Normally it's like you're on a plane. Like you see like the woman in front of you, she's eating a piece of salmon.
Here,
like, what are you fucking nuts?
Okay, I have one.
Okay, you give yours. I will be right back. I've had to pee for 45 minutes. I'll be right back. You go.
Go pee.
What are you nuts? Instagram face. Okay. Like, I think that we're getting confused about optimizing for beauty versus just trying to look like we went to the doctor and were able to afford fillers. But this is very historical. Like in ancient Greece, everyone wanted to be fatter because it meant that you had money for extra resources. Or in the 20s, when everyone was working in factories, being tan was really like something that people wanted because it meant that you had the money to go on vacation. And so now I think that that version is injecting yourself. And I'm all about yossifying and looks maxing. Don't get me wrong. Like women make 30% more if they look good. And I'm all about making more money. And if there's a way to get there faster, do it. But ask yourself the question, am I doing this because actually like it's making me look better? Or do I want people to just see that I am able to afford this because then it makes me look like, I'm rich?
Yeah. What are you nuts? The idea of looking rich is a what are you nuts?
Rich. Maybe that's what I should make mine. That's good. Because I do really feel passionate about that. Wait,
I think that we got there. It's
you think
looking
we got
rich.
There? Okay.
Yeah. Looking rich instead of being rich.
Well,
that's
so
what are you nuts?
So what are you nuts? Financial nihilism.
Yes.
What are you nuts? Learned financial helplessness, which I talk about in the book, which is when you think that everything is out of your locus of control. So you give up and do things like spend all your money on trying to look rich instead of be rich. You ignore your finances. You don't invest. You think we're on a floating rock. The world is burning. No need to try. Yeah. But really, even though, yes, we are in a very different world economically than our parents, things are harder, the job market, AI, student debt, all these things, there's still opportunity. You have to look for it. So, learned financial helplessness. What are you nuts? There's still so much opportunity to get rich. That's why you need to get Future Rich Person, because I give you those opportunities. Yeah.
Get off your ass. That's another thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and go buy the book. Okay, so where can we find you? Tell us, we spoke about the book, but where can we buy the book?
The book is at mrsdowjones.com/book, and you get $700 worth of freebies when you buy it. This, I think, is coming out May 12th, or it's coming out my pub week.
What does $700 worth of freebies mean? What does that mean?
So, like, you get my free generational wealth builder. Well, it's not free. You got my generational wealth builder. You get my credit card rewards guide with like a list of all the cards to get. You get a full like budgeting template. You get an AI, like all this AI information, like basically everything that you need to win in 2026, you get with the book. Like I'm like, the book pays for
Got it.
itself. But also, I will just say, if you've never read a finance book before, but you like a podcast like a Good Guys or The Toast or any of these, like this is the book for you because it's fun. You'll be able to read it, but it's going to be like brownie with the spinach in it, where there's so many celeb stories, there's so many real stories, there's so much about my life, but then it's also the best financial information for 2026. These are not the rules that our parents use. It doesn't work in the world that we're in now. So I'm really excited for you guys to get it. And I think that it's going to change your life. Finance books changed my life. I'm a living proof.
You really,
yeah.
No, I was just going to say, Hailey, I've listened to you. I was actually introduced to you on the great Robbie Hoffman's podcast because I love her. She's the greatest.
Yeah.
The best.
But you practice what you preach.
Thank you.
We talked about the great Brian Kelly before here. Like, I think of you in the same way I think of him as like these people who are offering these strategies and ways to win for free in an accessible, millennial-ish, Gen Z-ish way. And I just think everyone's crazy not to get the book. Go get it, Future Rich Person.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming on.
Ben, if you have any stars for me, let me know. I'll give you my number.
I will. Absolutely. Folks, this episode's 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, especially Spotify, okay? The video on Spotify, this is unbelievable, okay? You go on Spotify, you scroll down, you're not only listening, you're watching, okay? You can see us. You're on the train. The person over your shoulder, they're breathing heavy on you. You feel them, but you know they're watching the video while you're watching the video because it's so captivating. So watch us on Spotify. Watch us on YouTube. Mondays and Thursdays, folks, we will see you next time.